Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, September 6. This summer tourism season has been the best the country has ever had, according to the Portfolio Minister, Edmund Bartlett. He points to preliminary figures from the Jamaica Tourist Board showing a 4.4% increase in visitor arrivals for the May to August period. The expanded period of January to August is also recording a more than 4% uptick in arrivals.
If we continue with these robust arrival figures to year-end, then for the third consecutive year, the growth of Jamaica's tourism sector would have exceeded the projected 5% annual growth.
The minister was giving an update on the industry's performance yesterday. He revealed that preliminary gross foreign exchange earnings for the first 8 months of 2018 was approximately $2.2 billion. Mr. Bartlett left the island last night for Canada, where he and a team from the ministry are scheduled to have new airlift meetings with tourism interests to boost arrivals from that country. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has developed a project to modernize the island's work permit system. The project is a partnership with the Inter-American Development Bank. It will replace the existing system and business processes with a new client-focused web-based work permit software.
The new regime will be designed to cut the processing time for work permits, analyze the data, the database of skills in Jamaica, and help to simplify the process of doing business in Jamaica.
Portfolio Minister Shahini Robinson says that in addition to the project, a review of all work permit applications has resulted in a decline in the number of permits issued. 1,334 work permits were granted for the April to June period this year. That's a sharp decrease from the 1,675 permits given for the corresponding period last year.
As your minister, I do believe that we have a responsibility to find the balance between facilitating investment opportunities as well as meeting the employment needs of our citizens.
Meanwhile, the Labour Department will be kicking off a series of 2-day road shows to raise public awareness and access to its services. The first road show will be held at the Cecil Charlton Park in Manchester on September 19 and 20.
Job seekers, workers and employers, as well as representatives of these groups will be engaged on issues related to industrial relations, occupational safety and health, efforts to eliminate child labor, the roles and functions of registered employment agencies, as well as local and overseas employment programs.
The Labour and Social Security Minister was speaking at a recent quarterly press briefing. She says the road shows are a collaboration involving her ministry, the Jamaica Employers Federation, and the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions. Food for the Poor has partnered with the Ministry of Education to build 2 classroom blocks at the Runaway Bay All-Age School. At last Friday's handing over ceremony, Education Officer Dr. Carol DeCasio said the ministry was thankful for the development.
The Ministry of Education, Youth and Information is grateful for these initiatives as they enable us to meet our Vision 2030 goals of enabling Jamaica to be the place for people to live, work, raise children and do business.
Dr. DeCasio says the buildings were constructed in keeping with prescribed national standards and will serve students from grades 4 to 6. A new comprehensive reintegration curriculum for Jamaica's juvenile facilities has been launched in another move to keep youth offenders away from re-entering the correctional system. The curriculum was developed by the Department of Public Security of the OAS in coordination with Jamaica's Department of Correctional Services.
This new holistic reintegration curriculum for the juvenile facilities takes into consideration the specific needs of Jamaica. The evaluation of the activities implemented by New Path in our centers and the best practices in the field.
The reintegration curriculum is structured around psychosocial interventions, behavior change through alternative and therapeutic interventions, preparation for social and economic engagement, customized numeracy and literacy programs, and structured recreational activities. Its launch on Tuesday coincided with the opening of renovated classrooms at the Rio Cobre Juvenile Correctional Center in Spanish Town. Both initiatives are part of a project called A New Path. This project is being implemented with the support of the USAID, the OAS, and the Trust for the Americas, a non-profit organization affiliated with the OAS. It promotes a healthy environment and productive alternatives for juvenile remandees and offenders in Jamaica.
More than 1,500 youth have received assistance, and more than 800 girls and boys have successfully completed and received certification in a range of educational and vocational training.
And finally, the National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, has extended its nightly collection of solid waste to several areas within the Kingston metropolitan area. The NSWMA says this service will allow for smoother operations and for the collection fleet and crews to move more freely. It's being done to address the infrequent and late collection of waste and should clear the backlog and get more trucks to the various communities. Nightly operations began on Sunday, September 1 in the Harbour View, Constant Springs, State Gardens, Hughenden and Duhaney Park areas and surrounding communities. The NSWMA says normal night operations will also continue in the downtown Kingston Market District and Spanish Town, St. Catherine. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.